You won't be able to create unless you are living in the present. Reality isn't as it seems. Right now, it's 5 a.m., or what we say it's 5 a.m., but time is just something that we created. It's just a construct of human creation. In reality, the past doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist. The only thing we really have right now is the eternal now. Why? I mean, think about the past, right? Some certain events happened, but what you're feeling about the past is not actually what's happening right now. What you're anticipating about the future is not something that's actually happening right now. So if you think about it, time is not actually linear in a horizontal standpoint. It doesn't start in the past. We don't go to the present and we don't go into the future. It's about what we believe is likely going to happen in the future and what we remember of the past, but it's not actually real. The only thing we actually have right now is the eternal now. Just what is happening right now, right? I'm touching this tree, this part of the eternal now. 3 seconds ago, I was walking, but that doesn't actually exist anymore because that was in that moment of time. Similarly, if you're trying to just catch the present moment just right now, thinking about it, it's already the past and you can't really do anything about it. It's interesting because I'm bringing up all these topics because we spend so much of our time trying to anticipate the future, right? We're always worried it's, I got to do X, Y, Z because we're going to, I'm going to get in trouble if I don't do this, right? I don't send this email. I don't message that client. I don't study for this exam. All these different things are going to just cause unnecessary stress for you. Why? Because you're always thinking about the future, but the future doesn't exist. Or you think about, oh my God, I can't believe I said this to Emily yesterday. I can't believe this person cut me off in traffic. If you're obsessed with the past, how do you have any space, any emotion, any energy to create in the present, right? Either you're anchored to the future, which doesn't exist, or you're anchored to the past, which you can't do anything about, which also doesn't really exist. So why do we do that as humans, where we're always just obsessed with something that we can't really control rather than just being in the present moment right now, where we can actually do something which can materially change our lives? And so, yes, of course, we need a plan. We need to think about what we need to do in the future. But when we do this planning, it's important to dedicate time to plan instead of thinking about what we're going to do all the time. Because when we do that, we can't actually stay present, right? So simple practice that I'm incorporating, just practicing little things, little moments of presence is while I'm brushing my teeth, for example, just focusing on the toothbrush, brushing each one of my teeth rather than, I need to do this task, right? Anytime I walk through a door, I try to stay present of, I'm now entering the bedroom. I'm now entering the kitchen. Anytime I get in my car, I stay present as in, where am I headed? I'm in the car, rather than just subconsciously living on autopilot, because that's typically what we tend to do. As humans, we tend to be in autopilot. We're always focused on either the future, which again, literally doesn't exist, as in there are infinite possibilities of what could happen. So what are you focusing your attention on in the future? That's likely what may happen if you add an emotional charge to it. If you keep anticipating the worst, guess what? It's in the realm of possibilities of what may actually occur. Now, if you're anticipating the best case scenario, that's also in the realm of possibilities of what may actually occur. But in reality, what typically tends to occur is somewhere right in the middle, right? So we end up stressing ourselves and spending more time on something that doesn't actually most likely going to manifest. And we're just causing so much unnecessary stress to ourselves right now in the present. Similarly, we do the same thing. We keep looking back into the past about, I can't believe I said this to this person. I can't believe this person hurt me in such a way. And some people carry this for decades, right? Something that happened over childhood. And then you just continue carrying that. What's that going to do to you? You won't be able to create unless you are living in the present. When you're in the present, you could truly feel yourself. You could feel what is actually happening right now. You could take this energy and you could direct it into becoming who you want to be. Maybe you have just been focused so much on the future that you never paid attention to the present. Maybe it worked out for you. It's unlikely. I mean, right, of course, you're always focusing on that project. You want to pass that exam, for example, or you want to get that promotion because you're thinking about it. But then while you're actually doing the work, you're not thinking about, oh my God, I want to get this. You're actually focused on, hey, okay, let me get these questions correct. Let me study for this job interview. Let me make sure that I'm the best at my job rather than, okay, I'm going to be focused 100% on that promotion. So the more we could figure out, hey, what we want and then center ourselves to the present moment, the sooner we could actually manifest it because we're not actually anchored to the outcome, right? Of course, you want something to happen, but if you create a larger gap between where you currently are, where you're headed, the universe is going to give you that. It's basically going to say, all right, VJ, you're here. This is where you want to get to. And I'm going to give you that feeling of wanting rather than delivering what you actually want. And so if you're from an energetic standpoint, able to actually bridge that gap between where you currently are and feeling it energetically where you want to be, the universe is going to give you that feeling of having already achieved it. Versus the other side, where this is where you are, this is what you want, the universe is going to give you that feeling of wanting because that's what you want, rather than actually giving you the thing that you want. So you really need to just change where you currently are from an energetic standpoint, from an emotional standpoint, to who you want to become, and then feel that future self now as if you already have it. But the only way you can do that is to focus on the present moment. You cannot be doing that thinking about the future over and over and over again. Of course, use it to figure out, hey, what does that future self look like? Feel it energetically, emotionally, and then bring it back to today. Let me know if this makes sense to you guys. Leave a comment below of your experiences of working with overthinking the future, overthinking the past. Has that actually helped you, or do you actually make the most progress trying to stay present and working on your goals, your future, whatever that may be? Anyways, love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.